Hello again, and welcome to the Fredericksburg Weekly COVID-19 Report. I'm Mike Jones, Fire Chief and Emergency Manager, with your update for this week, week of March 7th, 2022. Let's talk a little bit about community transmission. Right now, things are looking good in Fredericksburg. We're to the point where we have a low amount of community transmission. That's very positive. That's the best setting that we can have. There's low, medium, and high, and we're in the low setting. Currently in the city of Fredericksburg, the latest data we have shows the percent positivity on the 7-day average is just above or right at 3%. So that's very good, very positive numbers there. The number of new cases has dropped quite a bit over the last 2 weeks, so that we're down into the triple digits, which hasn't been that way for a long time. So the numbers are looking better throughout the Rappahannock region and as well as in the city of Fredericksburg. All 5 jurisdictions that make up the Rappahannock region are in low community transmission. So what does that mean to us? What prevention steps should you take based on COVID-19 community level? So if you're in a low transmission level, what the CDC recommends is that you stay up to date with your COVID-19 vaccinations. So if you haven't gotten a vaccination, they highly recommend you get it. Get either the one-shot Johnson & Johnson or the series of 2 with the Pfizer or the Moderna, and make sure that if you're eligible for a booster that you get the COVID booster. And the other things, if you develop any type of symptoms that can be considered COVID-19, then please go get tested, and we'll talk a little bit about that here in a minute or two. So I think those things are important. A lot of people asking questions about masks. You may choose to wear a mask at any time at this point. You don't have to. People with symptoms, a positive test, or exposure to someone with COVID-19 should continue to wear a mask. But right now, with community transmission being low, the use of masks is optional, even inside at this point. I would still recommend them in large crowds, but inside, going shopping, going to a restaurant, things like that, the mask can probably be optional unless the location you're going to, the business or the restaurant, requires you to wear a mask. Then you need to follow their rules and regulations. They have that option. So let's talk a little bit about testing, and let's talk a little bit about vaccinations. First thing, let's talk about testing. The community testing clinic that was put up at Fredericksburg Nats Park has closed. That is no longer open, so you don't have an option to go there anymore. So please don't go to Fred Nats Park for COVID testing. They do not have that there. But where can you get testing? The health district and the state have worked together with a vendor to do a community testing van. That is still in the community, and as of this week, it will be at Dixon Park Tuesday through Saturday. Should be there most of the day up until about 4:30 p.m. So if you need to get a test at the community, you can go to the community van that will be parked in Dixon Park, very similar to where the drive-through testing was done earlier in Dixon Park, and that's from 8 to 4:30. That should be today through Saturday. Where else can you go if you need to get a test? If you're in Spotsylvania or you need to go there on Wednesdays, that's Wednesdays only, at Patriot Park Amphitheater, that's on Smith Station Road. They're available to do testing from 3 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. That's only on Wednesdays, Patriot Park Amphitheater, Smith Station Road. If you happen to be in King George, you can go to the Citizens Center on Fridays, only Fridays, from 3 to 5 p.m. That's located on Kings Highway there as you just drive into King George itself. If you have any questions about other places to get testing, you can certainly contact the Rappahannock Area Health District. Their number is 540-899-4797 during normal business hours, which would be 8 to 4:30. Let's talk a little bit about vaccinations. Where can you get a vaccination? The community vaccination clinic that was at 1877 Carl D. Silver Parkway closed now. It's not open anymore. You can't go out there and get a vaccine anymore. But where can you get vaccines in Fredericksburg? Every Tuesday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the Fredericksburg Health Department. That's 608 Jackson Street. On Tuesdays, you can get a vaccine. It's available for those that are 5 years of age and up. They offer all the vaccines there, and you can go there to get that done. Probably best to call ahead and make sure you get an appointment, but they will accept walk-ins. And that's Tuesdays from 8 to 4 at the Fredericksburg Health Department, 608 Jackson Street. You can go to a primary care physician. You can go to local pharmacies and schedule that ahead of time, or you can go to urgent care clinics. They should all have vaccines available, and the various ones for COVID-19. So all of those are options for vaccinations. If you have an individual with disabilities and you need to get a disabled person vaccinated, if you choose not to go to one of these places that we previously mentioned, specifically for people that have disabilities, they do have a vaccination clinic available on Monday, March 28th. I know that's a little distance, but you might want to write it down. Monday, March 28th from 9 to 3 p.m. That'll be at the Disability Resource Center that's located at 409 Progress Street in the city of Fredericksburg. So again, if you have a person with disabilities and they need to get a vaccine and you don't choose to go to another location, at the Disability Resource Center, 409 Progress Street in the city of Fredericksburg, on Monday, March 28th from 9 to 3 p.m. you'll be able to get a vaccine there. But numbers are looking better, things are looking good. We're continuing to monitor the numbers every day and every week, and we'll talk again soon. Thank you.